What's up, everybody? This is Ned Bellavance, Ned1313 on the Twitter, and welcome to the Daily Check-In. Today's topic, boom, ask me anything. Well, this is your chance. If you have questions for me, put them in the chat. I see I have two people currently watching, so hey, two people currently watching, thank you. Feel free to put some questions in the chat. Hi, Ned. Hey, Bumsy. I hope I'm pronouncing your name anywhere close to right. Hi. Hi, Ned. Do you think we will get a pro certification for Terraform in the future? That's a fantastic question. The answer is yes, absolutely. They are currently developing a next tier certification. So, for those who aren't familiar, HashiCorp released the Terraform Certified Associate level exam and certification this past week. So that's now available. Oh, hey Eric, how you doing? Welcome. Ask me questions. So the question is, that's the associate level. Will there be a pro certification? I don't know if they're going to call it the pro certification. I think they were going for something like engineer or architect. I think is the naming that they're going to go with. But yes, there is going to be a next tier certification, and my hope is that it will be practicum based. So actually bring up a terminal of some kind, have you edit an existing configuration, make changes, do some troubleshooting, like the kind of stuff that you would really get into as a professional versus just having the generalized knowledge that an associate has. That will also make it a little difficult for me to write a study guide for that one, but we'll conquer that when we get a chance. So hopefully that answers your question. And if you have additional questions, about that or anything else, hit me up. I do have another question that came in through Twitter a couple days ago, and that's kind of funny. What's with the white sunglasses? So for those who don't know, I have a standard stock photo I use for a lot of things that has white sunglasses. And often if you see me at a conference or something else, I'll have those white sunglasses on. There's nothing to it. I mean, basically, I got those white sunglasses from a free giveaway when I was up in Cape Cod like 4 years ago. I got a pair, my wife got a pair, and all the kids got a pair. And so I just ended up wearing them because my current one died. My current pair had gotten lost or smashed, and somebody made a comment about them, and I was like, "Oh, well, these are a little bit unique because they're white and not everybody has them. I'm just gonna wear them and let that kind of be my thing." And so now apparently it's my thing. White sunglasses. Who knew? Eric asked a question. Just wanted to say thanks for the good HashiCorp tooling videos on Pluralsight. Well, thank you, Eric. I am glad that you're enjoying them. For those who don't know, I have a series of Terraform courses. I'm up to 3 now. I'm working on the 4th. I did an implementing Terraform in Azure, and that was specific to all the different things in Azure and how you use HashiCorp Terraform with it. I'm doing a follow-up course that is specifically about AWS. So that's currently being designed right now. I'm hoping to get that published sometime in May. Everything's a little bit slower because, hey, COVID-19, I have 3 kids at home now, so it's a little difficult for me to get all the work done, but that will come out eventually. And I had 2 courses on HashiCorp Vault, which is one is the sort of getting started course, and the second one is managing HashiCorp Vault. Oh, and Eric asked me, have I considered using Twitch for streaming live coding sessions? That's an interesting idea. I do have a Twitch account, which I have not used at all. I started this live stream on YouTube, and that scene, I was like, well, I'm already, however 17, 18 episodes in, I might as well stick with that. But for actual coding, probably could have done that last night. I spent probably 2 hours redoing the code for the deep dive course on Pluralsight, and that's actually almost done, but I had to update it to version 12. And also wanted to redo some things because honestly, the way that I did it the first time, that was 3 years ago, and I've learned, maybe a few things since then, and I wanted to improve the experience for the people taking the course. That I am working on the last module today. Maybe I could, I don't know, live stream through Twitch some of that coding process. What you'll see is me going to the docs a lot and going back to my code and running Terraform validate a lot and seeing all the red that it produces. So if that seems something interesting, sure, I'll do it. I don't know if anybody would jump on, but hey, Eric, thank you for the suggestion. And also, I see that you also have 3 kids with you. So, oh my goodness, I'm feeling your pain trying to get them to do their schoolwork and keeping a 4-year-old entertained while my wife and I also try to do our jobs has been challenging, would be the understatement of the year, but we're doing it. I guess we're all doing it. Vamsi has asked, would I do a course on Packer? I believe there is a course on Packer on Pluralsight right now, but it's kind of old. I want to say it's from 2016, maybe older. I would absolutely consider doing a course on Packer if there is sufficient demand for it. I'm curious what the use cases would be for not use cases, but what people would want me to focus on when it comes to Packer. It's not an overly complicated tool, but there's a lot of nuance into how you use it with different operating systems and getting different things loaded. My good friend Larry Smith Jr. built a wrapper for Packer that is written in Python that tries to make the tooling for Packer a little bit better and simplified if you're trying to build a bunch of images for AWS and Azure, and you also want to build one for VMware. He built this tool around that. So if you just look for Larry Smith Jr. on GitHub, and I'll try to remember to put a link in the show notes, there's a Packer tool that's awesome that he put together with Cody Bunch, I want to say, was the other person authoring it. So definitely worth checking out. But yeah, I would absolutely consider doing a course on Packer. So yeah, let me know what things you would be interested in, and maybe I'll put a poll out on Twitter and see who wants the Packer course versus me diving more into Terraform or Vault or anything else. I know that and Nomad and Console either already have courses or courses are being developed. And honestly, that's more on the application development side, and I'm more infrastructure. So I don't know if I'd be best suited to do those. Oh, and Eric said probably integrating Packer with a CI/CD solution. That seems to be one of the most common tasks is to, I want to build my gold image for an AMI or for Azure images or whatever it is. And interestingly enough, the Azure image builder solution actually uses Packer in the background. So you have to use Packer regardless, which I thought was kind of funny. I made a joke last year, I think at a MVP Summit, asking when is Microsoft just going to buy HashiCorp? And I don't think HashiCorp would let that happen because they do like to be that independent outside of the major public cloud providers. But it's like Microsoft was cozying up to them pretty hardcore. So I was like, maybe something's going on there. Anyway, I don't want to feed the rumor mill for that, but it's certainly something that happened. Another question that I got via Twitter was, and this is Pluralsight related, so I guess we're talking about Pluralsight a lot today. How did I become a Pluralsight author? I know some people out there, you might have some extra time on your hands, or you're looking for a new way to make some additional income. The process for becoming a Pluralsight author is pretty straightforward. You basically have to do an audition. So you reach out, they have a form on their website to fill out if you're interested in becoming an author. You fill out that form, and then someone reaches out to you from Pluralsight to get you set up and prepped for an audition. You basically do like I think it was 5-minute presentation that you then edit yourself and send to them. And it's you doing a demo on how to accomplish a task. And I think the very first one, so when I did my audition, oddly enough, I was doing stuff with Terraform. So I did a Terraform focused one, and they liked the audition. And they, Eric, heading off. Thanks for watching, buddy. I hope you watch the rest. If you're interested in becoming an author for Pluralsight, I'll explain the process a little bit. But otherwise, have a great weekend. So the process for Pluralsight, so the audition I did was Terraform specific, and then they're like, hey, you should do a course on that, and I was like, yes, I should. And that's how I ended up doing my first course. But what they really focus on is your ability to effectively communicate technical content in an engaging way, and they're also very focused on the audio quality and your ability to edit video a little bit. You don't have to be an expert, but you have to be able to like drive a demo, basically capture it on screen and then produce good enough audio, because in their estimation and in the research that they've done with those who are making courses, the thing that turns people off from a course the quickest is bad audio quality. Because if you're listening to someone for 3 hours straight and it's echoey or there's static or there's a lot of background noise, that's the sort of thing that can become so distracting that you can't watch the rest of the course. So for them, if you want someone to watch for 2 or 3 hours, it really needs to be good audio quality. I mean, at this point, I have the Shure SM7B mic, which is pretty expensive. I started out with a fairly cheap, I want to say like $100 USB dynamic mic, and then bumped up to a Rode podcaster mic, and then bumped up to this. So I probably didn't need to bump all the way up to this, but I just like it and it makes my voice sound good. So that's what I'm going to do. So that was great. Wow. That is already 10 minutes in the live stream, and I'm trying to keep these to 10 minutes. So thank you, everybody who jumped in the live chat to submit questions and that sent me questions through Twitter. I'll do this again in a week or two and see what other questions people have come up with. That'll do it for me for this week. I'm going to take the weekend off from live streaming and enjoy some time with the kiddos. Hopefully you have a great weekend too. So thank you, everybody. Stay healthy and stay safe, and I'll see you next week. Take care now.